Mindful Life Practice community.
Out of the way. Okay, so last week, so we've done now 4 of these manifestation classes, I think, maybe 3. And last week I gave you guys kind of a structured thing. I said, you know, your 3 long-term, your 3 short-term goals. And I think today we're going to go back to kind of like an unstructured opportunity for you to pick something to write about. And I want you to write about that in as much detail as possible. I was going to actually invite you to draw, and then I decided, you know, not everyone's an artist or not everyone feels like drawing. So if you want to draw, you could also draw it. I want you to really kind of think about and picture what it would be like to actually have or be that thing. What would you see? How would it feel? Could even say what it smells like or tastes like. And we're going to have about 5 minutes to journal before we get into our yoga. And since I'm now obsessed with my AirPods setup and my sharing of music, I'm going to put on some quiet music. That's what I always do with my students at school. I make them listen to quiet music when they write. So we'll do a little bit of that. So we'll write until about 8:25. then when you're ready to put down the pen, feel free to keep writing if you want. But if you want to join me, we're just going to use this music to cue a little bit of breathing. So in your comfortable seat, just take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just taking an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just taking an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come onto the hands and knees. And make our way into our first pose, which is a child's pose. So you can support yourself in any way. If you want to have a cushion, just rest your body. As you come to rest in this shape, I want you to think about all of the feelings and all of the energy that you want to bring into your life. Being a yes for being calm, being peaceful, feeling connected to others. What do you want more of? By the way, this is me filling up my water if you can hear me. I have not worn my AirPods to the washroom. If that's what you thought. I realized after I started filling up my water, I should have told you guys that. But what I've been finding is that sometimes my thoughts kind of attract things into my life. Right? If I'm feeling a lot of negativity, if I'm feeling a lot of worry, if I'm feeling a lot of stress, then that is what comes in. What feelings do you want to draw in or bring into your life? Let those feelings be a priority. Let's take another breath in our child's pose. We're going to keep moving through poses that target the hips and the heart. So just make your way up. And if you have a cushion, you're going to slide it to the side. We're going to come up into all the way into a down dog just for a moment, kind of stretching out your back, stretching out your spine. And then leave your left foot where it is. Lift your right leg up. Pull your right knee in. Lay your right shin across the width of the mat. We're coming into a swan pose, drawing your left knee back. And then coming onto maybe your elbows, onto a cushion. So we're coming into our pigeon. Swan is just the same word for pigeon in yin. Actually, there's different names for the same pose in yin and yang. And the reason why is because the posture themselves are almost identical, but it's the approach that is different. So when we approach our yang poses, we try to enter them with like intensity and commitment and tapas. Tapas is heat. But when we enter the pose with yin, we try to be gentle, right? With the knowledge that we will be here for 3 minutes. So you want the pose that you're in to be sustainable. While you're resting into this shape, I want you to find and feel your breath. Breathing in for 5 seconds. Holding your breath for 5 seconds. Releasing for 5 seconds. Holding for 5 seconds. And then let's just keep breathing like this. Being mindful to feel all 4 parts of the breath. So your inhale, your pause, your exhale, your pause. So I choose in this manifestation class to always work on the hips and the heart. There's two reasons for that. The hips are connected to the sacral chakra, which is the center of the body that's all about going with the flow. Creativity. It's about the water element. The heart chakra is about love and abundance and being open to receive. Which are two things that we want to tap into in this practice. Good. Let's just take a few more breaths. And you're going to come up onto your hands, coming all the way up into a table. Nice. Let's do it the opposite way. So maybe coming up into a down dog. Taking our left leg up. Pulling the left knee in. Laying the left shin across the width of the mat. Wiggling the knee back. Just breathing in. And then coming onto the elbows. And as you rest into this shape and this side, I invite you to think about how are you resisting feeling good? You know, we get really stuck in negative stories. Stories that we don't have enough. Stories that we aren't good enough. Stories that we don't do enough. Sometimes we don't even notice the negative thought patterns. See if you can just tune into how you're thinking, and if you catch yourself saying something like, I won't have enough money for that, or I won't get that job, or that thing won't happen for me, see if you can replace it with a more positive thought. Just stay here for maybe about 10 more breaths. You got it. And then come up onto your hands. Coming all the way up into a table. And then whatever movement would feel good. Feel free to take it now. Before coming into our next pose, which is also going to be a heart opener, and I'm going to add in a little bit of a shoulder stretch. If you have your blocks, I'm going to invite you to place your blocks on your yoga mat. And we're just going to place our elbows onto our blocks and then rest our forehead, and you can place your palms together. So if you want to make this into a shoulder opener, that's your option. You can also do it without blocks, and you can also just have your arms extended onto the mat like this. Let's go back to that thing that you wrote about. At the beginning of the practice, what was it? What is your deepest desire? Could be a job, could be a family. Can you imagine that in vivid detail? What does it feel like to step into your potential? Step into your purpose. Stay here for a few more breaths. And then we're going to come up. Slide those blocks to the side. And then just sit upright. Letting your spine realign. And we'll do another back bend. We're going to walk our bodies forward, coming all the way into a Sphinx pose on your elbows. And you might bring a cushion underneath your ribs. That's what I'm going to do. And then just lengthen and lift through your heart. Close your eyes or settle your gaze. When I did Gabby Bernstein's manifesting challenge, she has this saying, I am a super attractor. And maybe you have something else. Like some kind of affirmation that you want to revisit here. Like I'm worthy of my hopes and dreams. I'm worthy of my desires. I deserve good things. Good things come easily to me. I invite you, if you want to take it a little deeper, you're going to push into your palms. And then lift your elbows up. Coming into your full seal. How does it feel when your heart is open? Open to receive abundance. Open to receive good things. Nice. Just take a few more breaths. And then come all the way down. You can slide this pillow to the side. And just let your spine realign. I'll just do one more heart opening and hip opening pose before we come into our meditation. So if you do have your blocks and your bolster, you can set up a little bit of a ramp. And if you don't, you can just come flat on your back. That also works. But I'm going to put my one block on the medium height, my other block on the low height, rest my bolster and my block. And then just lie the spine down, pressing the feet together. Letting your knees knock wide. So this is a butterfly and a heart opener. And then if you want to stay in your butterfly shape, feel free to stay. You might take a full Shavasana. Maybe you come to a seated position. Choosing a posture that's comfortable for your meditation practice. And you're going to begin by setting an intention. To manifest the changes you desire. I manifest the changes I desire. Honoring our breath by taking deep and dedicated breaths. Start by thinking about why what you're manifesting is important to you. What is motivating you to make this change? Why is it meaningful? How does it bring you fulfillment? Contentment? Bring any emotions, any feelings, really feel them. Visualize the world that you want to see. seeing yourself in the change and the shifts that you dream of. Seeing yourself doing what you've been dreaming of. See yourself becoming the person you've imagined. Feel your way into that experience. As you keep breathing here, I'm going to leave you for a few moments in silence and just let your mind wander. I'll bring you back when the time is up. Ishkava mahu lela, Ishkava mahu lela, Ishkava mahu lela, Ishkava mahu lela. Ishkava mahu lela, Ishkava mahu lela, Ishkava mahu lela, Ishkava mahu lela. Give your fingers and toes a little wake up wiggle. Running a nice long stretch from your fingers all the way through your toes. Taking your knees into your chest, giving your body a nice little hug. Something I remember from the manifestation challenge was the intention to say at the end, it will be this or something more. Sitting with your dream or your desire for one last time, and then just say to yourself, it will be this or something more. And then we'll make our way up to our seated shape. Coming cross-legged, propping up onto our pillow, bringing our palms together at heart center. And then just lengthening up through the spine and softening the shoulders. Closing with our intention. It's an ancient intention, but the original intention, passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. And it's that our practice remains steady and our efforts continuous, and that our yoga serves and benefits not just us, but all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe and happy and healthy and free. May the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So we'll finish with an Om. We'll inhale and exhale. Inhale through to make an Om. So take a breath in. Breath out. Breath in. So much for sharing the space and the practice. The light in me sees and it honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining.